Alright, some folks have been asking for a tutorial on beat matching songs or doing the ABM within OTS and in OTS Studio, so I'm going to take an attempt to do that. First, a disclaimer, this is the way I do it. It's not the way that everyone does it, and if you have a different way of doing it, please make your own video. I'd love to see it. So I'm going to look at some of the things here. We're going to open up one of the OTS files that I haven't done the beat mixing on yet. Now this happens to be an X-Mix disc, and so it's going to have 32 beat intros and outros on almost all of the songs. I haven't even looked at what I'm going to do yet. We'll come down here to Fireball, right click on it, create a new chunk, and go to beat info. If you do that or add it, it's going to tell me I've already added it because I have added it. I haven't gone through and done what I need to do within OTS to make it work. So click on beat info, go over here to edit. Now, a couple things to remember: if you don't click this box here and this box here, no matter what you do, it's not going to work. Alright? So one of the first things that I do is go up there and click those boxes. Now we're going to talk about the NPI. NPI, basically, if you take the number of instruments that are playing and multiply it by 10, then you would have your NPI. On this one, most likely we're going to be looking at just a drum beat, and so my NPI is going to be 10. Alright? So looking down here at the bottom, this is the beginning. This is my mix point. This line will line up with this line in the next song that's mixed, if that makes sense. That's your mix point. That's when this point right here is when this song becomes the main song and the other song isn't the main song anymore. Alright? Hope that makes sense. So looking again at this, and we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's pretty easy with these songs the way they're set up. And see, that's the end of the mix point right there. And so now the other song at this point right here will have faded all the way out, and this will be the only song playing. Alright? So this is the NPI. After the NPI, we still had only 10. And so we only had one instrument, which was the drums. So we go to that. Now what you do at this point is start looking at your outro. Now a lot of times during the song, the outro will be off by 1 or 2 beats for whatever reason, but it's almost always off by a beat or two. So your ones are not lining up with your ones anymore. I usually come back into the song and get somewhere back here where I can start my count again and figure out where the ones are. And see, we are off by 1. 1. So this purple marker right here, the one that's different than all the rest, that's your 1. And so I know I'm off by 1 beat, so I can simply come down here to this and move it 1 beat forward. Now I can come here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're on. Now, do you have to move this point right here to slide it up against there? You can. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. It's just going to start the mix a little bit earlier. Because I'm pretty type A, I typically do. And then look at what you've got for your pre-NPI, which is right here. And again, we're basically just a drum, so I'm going to go with 10. Post-NPI is going to be a 10 also. There went the NPI mark. Oops. Let's bring that back up. Alright, looking at the outro again here. This is the point where the next song coming in is going to become the main song. Okay, so this song, you can see my mouse is down here playing, and then before this white mark right here, the song that was playing is the main song, and at this point they become equal, and after that point the other song becomes the main song. Okay? I hope a little bit of that makes sense. So let's take a look at what this song looks like beat mixed into itself. Alright? Alright, here we are inside of OTS. I've got that song loaded into both decks. We know that it started off with just drums, so we're going to go ahead and skip forward in the song to the mix point and take a look at the mix. Alright, here comes the mix. Now we had just drums pre-MPI and post-MPI on both the intro and the outro, which means we're going to get 8 measures of just drums here. Far too long in my opinion, but the mix is right. According to standards, the mix is right. Alright? So that kind of gives you an idea of what happens within creating a beat mix. I chose a pretty simple song. I'm going to make another video right now and take a look at how to clean that mix up so that you don't have the 8 measures, excuse me, of just drum, because your dance floor is going to get incredibly bored with that. But that'll be in the next video coming up. Alright?